Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just Loving Budgeting. My name is Janae. Thank you guys for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I discuss my personal finances, I discuss my budget by paycheck, I discuss my debt free journey, and I discuss my monthly budget. I am a member of the 40/40 Club, which means I am over the age of 40. I have a daughter who will be graduating college at the end of the year. I am married. I live in the Detroit metropolitan area and I work in the auto industry. Today, I will be going over my March paycheck number 3 paycheck. What I will say is last week I only worked 3 days, so I will be supplementing my income from my vacation time, and I will be budgeting $1,000 this week. So this is going to be paycheck for March 20th. So this week, like I said, I will be budgeting $1,000. And then I also made a sale on Mercari. I sold some perfume body oil by Nest. So I made $35.91. This will be going towards my American Express credit card because this is the current debt that I am paying off. So I am going to go over my fixed expenses. First is my Verizon. If you're new here, I break all of my bills or my larger bills into 4 payments. So Verizon, I budget $86 per week. And then ADT, which is due on April 2nd, I budget $17. Moela, which is a student loan, is due on April 4th. I budget $35. Honey Drip, which is a subscription that I have rethought, and I did cancel this, but this is my last payment in the amount of $32. And then after this week, I will not be budgeting for this anymore. YouTube TV is budgeted at $22. And then I bought some waist beads because I am on a weight loss journey too, or maybe I'll just say health, because I'm trying to get my summer body ready. And so I ordered some waist beads and I did the buy now, pay later, which I haven't done in a long time. So I will be spending $14 every 2 weeks for the next 3 weeks from my own spending money. And I give myself usually $50 a week for spending money. So the total for my fixed expenses this week is $206. I have $794 left over, and then I will move on to my debt. So I have an Apple credit card, which I am budgeting $17 weekly. Then I have an Elon credit card, and I budget $44 weekly. I have a Capital One. I have a few Capital Ones. So this is my second Capital One. I'm budgeting $42. Then there's PayPal. I'm going to budget $35. My American Express, I am budgeting $12. And then Discover, I am budgeting $30. And Capital One, my first Capital One, or Capital One number 1, I'm budgeting $18. And then Ulta, I am budgeting $22. So my total debt that I'm going to spend this week is $220, and I have $574 left over. So I'm going to move over to my savings goals / cash envelopes. I have $574 left over. 35 will be going towards investing. 100 will be going towards beauty. 25 will be going towards a dental bill that I have, and I need to call them to make sure that I'm still good on my payment plan. I had to get a procedure done a few months back in my dentist office. They are so nice and so family oriented in there that they let me just make payments. So I'm going to call them and make sure I'm still on the up and up with them. And then there's health and wellness is $33. And this is usually for my vitamins and my supplements and things like that. The total for that will be $193, and I have $381 left over. So I will move down to my variable expenses here. We'll be budgeting food at $200. Household will be getting $40. Spending, I'm going to be getting $50. Electricity will be getting $61. And then land, My husband and I purchased land a few years ago in Arizona, and $30 is my weekly payment. Not weekly, but monthly. And the total for my variable budget is $381, with zero being left over because I do a zero-based budget. So I am also going to cash stuff in this video, but I wanted to show you guys my whole spread. And then I will be cash stuffing $919, and I will be putting my notes over to the side. What I will say, this week I have an Alta bill due, so I probably will unstuff that. And I have a DTE bill due, and I'll probably unstuff that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started first with my bills binder. And my first bill or envelope that I will be stuffing is my Verizon. And every week my Verizon is $86. So I am going to grab a 50, a 20, a 10, a 5, and a single. And I am going to add to what I already have. And then I'm going to count it out, and I think I'm 1 week out from payment. I'm not sure. So currently I have 100, 2, 4, 6, 70, 80, 90, 95, 200, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 211. That is what I currently have in this envelope. My monthly payment is usually $337. And like I said, I have a Verizon credit card that I use on groceries for my household, and they give back 4% back. So usually I average $30 to $35 worth of points every month, which takes my phone bill down, because currently I'm not only paying the phone bill, but I'm paying for 2 watches and 2 phones, something I'll never do again. Moving forward, I will be budgeting for my next electronic device, whether that be a new watch, a new phone. I want to say a new iPad. Those things are so expensive now. Or whatever the case may be, I will be starting a budget because I hate carrying those high bills or those high payments. So next, let's go to ADT. I'm going to be budgeting $17. So I'm going to grab a 10, 5, and 2 singles for ADT. I currently already have $40 here. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to ADT. Next, I have Moela, and that is going to be $35. So I'm going to grab a 20, a 10, and a 5 for Moela. And then I'm going to add to what I already have here. Moela is usually due at the top of the month. So next is YouTube TV, and that is going to be $22. So I'm going to grab a 20, and I'm going to grab 2 singles for YouTube TV. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to my YouTube TV envelope, which is due next week. Currently, I have 20, 40, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. I have $66, and the bill is usually $84.99, so $85. Next, I have Apple, and I made my own makeshift. I need to get me an insert for Apple, but I just started making Apple payments because usually I'll pay them whatever I spend, but I do have a balance and they don't send you monthly payments, or they don't send you a bill saying you need to pay this month. They usually tell you how much interest you will accrue if you don't pay the card in full. So I myself decided that I will start making a minimum payment on my Apple credit card until I can get it paid off. And my minimum payment is going to be, I decided, $68. So I am going to budget $17 for my Apple credit card. So I'm going to grab $17 and I'm going to stuff it. Next is going to be my Elon, and Elon is usually $44. So I am going to grab two 20s, and I think I want to grab a 5 because I'm running low on singles. And then I'll just take a single from here to make 44. Actually, I think I'm going to take more singles out because I have a lot of singles that I need to unstuff. So I'm going to remove 5 singles from my Eline credit card and grab a 5 from over here. Go ahead and replace that there. All right, next I have Capital One number 2, which is not in here. That is in my yellow binder. So let me go over here. Capital One 2. That is going to be Capital One 2 is going to be $42. So I'm going to grab two 20s, and I am going to grab 2 singles for Capital One number 2. And I'm going to add that here. And currently I have 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. I think I have this covered. This is usually $58 per month, the minimum payment is. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. 42. No, this is my first payment. I just happen to have extra money from what I thought would be my minimum payment was less than what I budgeted for. So these are extra funds. So what I'll do at the end of the month, I'll go through all of my envelopes, and any money that's excess will be going towards the bill that I'm currently paying off, which is American Express. So PayPal is next, and I don't know why I have to keep switching through here. I need to go ahead and make sure all of these are in order. But here back in my blue binder, I have PayPal, which is going to be $35. So I'm going to grab a 10, a 20, and a 5 for my PayPal. And I'm going to add that here. Now I currently have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105. So my PayPal is usually 135, 140. So I have to do one more week, and then I will have the minimum payment for my PayPal. Next is my American Express, and that is going to be $12. I'm going to grab a 10 and 2 singles for my American Express. And I'm going to add it here. And I think I'm going to take some more singles. I'm going to unstuff some more singles and just grab a 5. Put that here. Put that back for American Express. Next is Discover. And I think that is going to be here in my yellow envelope. So Discover is going to get, let's see, what did I write down? $30. So it's going to get a 20 and it's going to get a 10 for Discover. Next is going to be my Capital One number 1, and that is going to be in the amount of $18. And I think I'm going to grab a 20 and take out 2 singles because I am running low on 5s now. And that is going to go on my Capital One. Next is Ulta. That is going to be $22. 20 and 2 singles for Ulta. And Ulta is actually due this week, and I need $88 is what's due for Ulta. So I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. I have $88. So this will be going towards my Ulta minimum payment this week. Okay, and next I have electricity, and that is going to be $61. So I'm going to grab a 50, a 10, and a single. And I will be adding that to my BTE, which is also due this week in the amount of 240. So I have 100, 200, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I have 241. So electricity is funded. So those are my two bills due this week, Ulta and electricity. So next I'm going to go back over to my blue envelope, and I am going to cash stuff in my land, and I am going to put $30. And I don't have any more 10, so I'm going to grab a 20 and 2 5s for 30. Next is going to be beauty. So I think I'm done with my bills binder, and I'm going to grab this one here, and I need to put this one back as well. So beauty is going to get $100. So I am going to grab, let's see, how do I want to break up beauty? I will do a 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100 for beauty. And beauty is going to cover my nails. Beauty covers my hair. Beauty covers anything I might see at Ulta. Will be covered under beauty. Currently, I don't have anything because I did make an Ulta purchase this week because they are having a 21-day beauty sale where select items are 50% off, and some of my favorite items were 50% off. So I did make a purchase, and I took the money from the beauty category. Next is dentist. I have to give them $25. I believe that is this binder. So I'm going to try to find, and it's not dentist, I think, oh, I have it under medical expenses. So what I'll do, currently I have 75. So what I'll do, I'm going to grab a $100 bill and then just stuff this back, because I do have $100 bills back there that need to be put into some binders. So that is going to be for the dentist. And then I am going to go to my purple envelope, and this is where I'm going to budget for food, and food is going to get 200. So I'm going to take, actually I think I'm just going to take 200 because I'm running low on denominations over here, and I'll just put two $100 bills into food. And then household is going to get 40. And so I'm just going to grab, let's see what I have here. I don't know if I'm going to grab 2 10s or 50. I'm going to grab a 50 and put the 10 back. So I currently have $61 in household, which is good because we have soap, we have toothpaste, we have laundry detergent, we have dryer sheets, we have everything we need. So I probably won't need to be spending too much from household this week, and I usually like that. And lastly is spending, which is my spending. I give myself $50 per week to spend. And so I will go ahead and unstuff that. So I'll take a 20, I'll take a 10, 3 5s, and then I'll take 5 singles. So it's 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And that is going to go towards my spending. So I have currently unstuffed $919. So that is good. If you guys are still here, thank you for still being here. I hope you guys enjoyed my budget. Here on my cash envelope breakdown, I wrote down, all of my bills, the amount, and then I did my denomination breakdown. And so this week I have my Ulta due. Actually, at Ulta is $87. I have 88. My last honey drip subscription is due at $125, and DTE is due at $240.45. So that is it. All of this excess money will be going to the bank. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me for my paycheck number 3, March 2026. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.